All right, let's jump right in. Welcome to this explainer where we're going to completely demystify the honestly overwhelming landscape of AI side hustles. If you've been paying any attention to the tech space lately, you know the internet is just flooded with claims about making easy money with artificial intelligence. But actually cutting through all that noise to find what works, yeah, that's the hard part. So today, we're going to decode a blueprint together. We've pulled this directly from successful solopreneurs who have built real cash-flowing systems from absolute scratch, all by using AI to do the heavy lifting. I mean, look at this. This isn't just some wild exaggeration. It is the grand new reality of business. Historically, if you wanted to scale your income, you had to scale your headcount. But today, AI is the ultimate great equalizer. Think of it as your tireless digital co-founder, your graphic designer, your copywriter, and your data analyst, all rolled into one. It has fundamentally lowered the barrier to entry, meaning everyday people can now execute super complex business models right from their laptops. And that right there is the million-dollar question, isn't it? Because having access to a digital team is one thing, but actually deploying them profitably is a whole other ballgame. As we go through this explainer today, I want you to really evaluate your own constraints. Do you have more time than money? Or do you have more money than time? Because your honest answer to that is going to dictate exactly which path on our blueprint you should be taking. To help figure that out, our blueprint is broken down into 4 distinct paths: service-based AI agencies, AI e-commerce and dropshipping, digital real estate, and passive AI investing. Let's kick things off with Phase 1, service-based AI agencies. So if you're starting out with literally zero capital but you've got a ton of hustle, building a service-based agency around AI is absolutely your high-reward path. You are basically acting as the bridge for established companies that know they need AI but have zero idea how to actually implement it. Just look at this menu of options and the staggering income potential for just a one-person operation. For instance, managing social media for LinkedIn creators. By using a tool like Taplio to generate hooks and carousels, people are building businesses generating $600,000 a year. Or how about YouTube thumbnail design? Using Midjourney and Canva, top creators are paying $200 to $400 a day for high-converting designs. You could build websites for small businesses using no-code AI builders like Framer or Bolt, netting $500 to $1,000 a day. Or if you want to go super high-end, you can run an AI automation agency. By mapping out a company's workflows and automating them with ChatGPT, you could easily be commanding up to $2,500 a day. The tools do the heavy lifting. You're just managing the output. But how do you actually land these high-paying clients without a massive marketing budget? Well, we can look at Dan Martell's genius audit to deal strategy. It's so simple. First, you pick a highly specific niche. Let's say real estate agents or loan officers. Second, you scrape leads from LinkedIn to build a highly targeted list. Third, and this is the absolute magic step, you run a free audit of their current online presence. You literally just sit down, record a quick 60-second Loom video showing them exactly how you'd improve their YouTube channel or automate their client onboarding, and you send it right to their inbox. You're giving them immense, undeniable value before you ever ask for a single dollar. Once they see that kind of proof, offering the paid service becomes almost effortless. Moving right along, let's look at Phase 2, AI, e-commerce, and dropshipping. If you want to sell physical products, but you absolutely do not want to deal with a garage full of inventory or shipping labels, AI has completely revolutionized dropshipping. To show you just how incredibly fast and cheap this model is today, let's look at creator Mark Tilbury's 7-day AI dropshipping challenge. Notice his initial startup budget right there? Exactly $1. To get his whole store up and running, his only upfront cost was a 99-cent trial for a tool called AutoDS. Literally everything else, from designing the storefront to picking the perfect niche, was handled by free AI tools. He got this all set up in about an hour. First, he had the AI build out a Shopify storefront tailored to the sports and fitness niche. Second, he used AutoDS to automatically pull in proven winning products. And the product he ended up choosing? It was this totally bizarre cardio-breathing respirator that basically restricts your oxygen, kind of like high-altitude training. Honestly, it looks completely ridiculous on your face, but hey, that's exactly the kind of weird, eye-catching stuff that stops someone mid-scroll, right? Third, for his marketing strategy, he just paid $50 to a micro-influencer duo to post a really high-energy, wacky Instagram story promoting the mask. And the proof is entirely in the numbers here. Within just 24 hours, that wacky $50 Instagram story generated 10 genuine sales, bringing in $178.50 in revenue. After you subtract the cost of the products, that $50 ad spend, and a $1 Shopify fee, his little store netted exactly $80.35 in pure profit. Now, okay, I know what you're thinking. $80 is not exactly retire on a beach money, but it completely proves the concept. When you scale that with AI to 20 or 50 different products, it turns into a massive passive income machine.
All right, shifting gears to phase 3, digital real estate.
If those first two phases were all about getting cash flow going right now, this phase is about playing the long game. It's about building digital assets that compound and stack income over time, mostly through content creation. And here's the crazy part. You don't even have to put your face on camera anymore to be a huge creator. Faceless YouTube channels are currently pulling in tens of thousands of dollars a month in ad revenue by using AI tools like ChatGPT to write compelling scripts, and then running those through platforms like Synthesia or 11 Labs. You can generate insanely realistic virtual AI avatars and voiceovers. You can pump out highly profitable video content without ever stepping in front of a lens. You build an audience, and that audience essentially becomes digital real estate that pays you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can do the exact same thing with the written word by building automated SEO blogs. Companies out there are absolutely desperate to rank high in search engines and new AI language models. So by combining a tool like SEMrush to find high-value keywords, using ChatGPT to draft the actual articles, and running it through Rank.ai to make sure it perfectly hits search parameters, you can just churn out top-ranking blog posts. And here is where the real money is. You embed affiliate links into that content. Every single time a reader clicks one of those links and buys a product, boom, passive commission. There are creators out there right now making over $100,000 a month automating this exact process for clients. Now, hold on, you can't just mash a button, blind prompt an AI, and expect to get rich overnight. The experts all share a very specific playbook for making this digital real estate actually work. First, you have to analyze dozens of viral outliers in your specific niche to see what's actually grabbing attention. Second, you model the best performers. You don't ever copy them, but you use their structure to train your AI on the exact outputs and styles you want. And finally, this is absolutely crucial, you must execute 10,000 iterations, not just repetitions. That means with every single post, every single video, you're actively trying to make it 1% better than the last one. And finally, that brings us to phase 4, passive AI investing. This is the absolute lowest effort model on our entire blueprint today. It's designed specifically for those of you who just want to capitalize on this massive AI boom without actually operating a day-to-day business or learning a bunch of complicated new software. Historically, investing in high-growth private tech companies before they went public was a VIP game reserved exclusively for venture capitalists and elite hedge funds. You couldn't just casually go out and buy shares in OpenAI as an everyday investor. But that's all changing. Platforms like Fundrise and their innovation fund have effectively democratized the whole venture capital space. They're allowing everyday investors to passively park their cash in portfolios of late-stage pre-IPO tech companies. Think giants like Canva, long before they ever hit the public stock market. Just look at the massive difference in historical upside on this chart. While your standard public equities have a very solid, well-documented historical upside, venture capital and pre-IPO investments, which you can see as that much taller bar on the right, have historically vastly outperformed just about everything else. Now, yes, obviously it carries risk like any investment, but getting in early on private AI companies offers this really unique, outsized advantage for long-term growth. It's literally the ultimate way to let the AI industry do the heavy lifting for your money, instead of you working for it. So here's what it all comes down to. All those old excuses we used to have for not starting a business, they are completely gone. Think about it. If artificial intelligence can now write your code, design your products, build your websites from scratch, and even run your entire marketing campaign, what is actually holding you back? The technology isn't the barrier anymore. The only variable left in this entire equation is you deciding to start. So I have to ask, which path on the blueprint are you going to choose today?